Hey everyone, and welcome back to Travel Tip Tuesday with the Travel Mug Podcast. We are happy you are here. How are you today, Jen?
I am doing well. How about you? Are you getting excited for Iceland?
I am. I am. I can't we're in the 20-day-ish mark, like 26, 25, something, and the excitement is building.
Yay.
So I think that question leads really well into today's Travel Tip Tuesday.
Mm.
So I know in the past we have discussed the incredible importance of travel insurance. Please get your travel insurance. But what if you actually need to use it? So I'm not talking about big medical emergencies, although I do want to lend a tip to prepare you for that, which is knowing the equivalent of 911 in the country you are traveling to as a start. Like literally, if you don't know anything else, know the
Right.
emergency number in case you need it.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about is smaller issues, such as a fever, a urinary tract infection, a rash that has appeared and simply cannot be ignored. Like,
Mhm.
what should you do? So, first thing is to be familiar with your actual travel insurance policy because some do require you to get in touch with them prior to seeking medical attention. This is, of course, I want to reiterate for non emergencies to prioritize this over getting immediate medical care if you need it. Okay. I can tell me that I should check my policy first. My arm is hanging off. That's not what I'm saying. I swear. Now, once you get that sorted out, something that might be not as common here in North America, although thankfully it is creeping in, is some people actually go to a pharmacy first in a lot of other countries before visiting their family doctor. So in Europe, for an example, it is common for folks to visit the pharmacy as they often take care of a variety of ailments, including, what we've already mentioned and more. So I started thinking about this topic really because we are nearing our trip to Iceland, like we mentioned, and going to a clinic on our very first day of travel in June of 2018 was something that I had to do. Knock on wood. I don't think this is wood, but we're going to pretend. Wait, there we go. So, knock on wood, that was literally the only time I have to do that. So, what we did was we searched on Google Maps, of course. We found the closest clinic. We walked in, I got registered. Some clinics are actually free. Like in Spain, I think, for an example, I saw a video and the individual was like, the clinic was actually free. So, others, you will have to pay a fee up front, even if you have travel insurance. So, save your bill to submit when you get home. For the one in Iceland, I did have to pay. And then we sat in the waiting room for maybe 10 minutes. I was called, assessed, and then headed to the pharmacy with a prescription. I got called in to see the doctor so quickly that we both thought we'd fallen asleep and had been there a long time when they called my name. Like, we were so delirious. We're like, have we been sleeping for like 2 hours? Because in Canada, you'd never get called in 10 minutes. We literally thought we were sleeping. Anyway, it was a dream. Overall, it was a dream in a good way, and I was awake. It was incredibly easy and fast and efficient. And looking back and knowing what I know now, I might have just visited a pharmacy
Mhm.
instead, because that probably would have been cheaper for me as well. But you live
Right.
and you learn, and now you know. So, my suggestion is to try the pharmacy first. And if you need a prescription, well, there you are.
Mm.
And if they
Mm.
can't help you, of course, they're gonna point you in the direction of the closest clinic, so it's a win-win. They can help you, they'll tell you hopefully down the street to your left, and it will be easier for you that way. So travel experts and knower of all the things, based on true life experiences, Rick Steves has a really great guide on his site for all the things you should know when you're visiting Europe and potential medical issues. And we will be sure to link that in the show notes so that you can read up on it yourself to be better prepared. So, Jen, have you ever had to visit a pharmacy while traveling or a clinic?
I haven't, knock on wood, all of the wood.
Indeed.
I have traveled with somebody who has had to access medical care, and they needed more care than a clinic or a pharmacy could give them, but we had a really good experience calling the non-emergency line, to speak with, like, a nurse in Scotland, and they were luckily, treated and on their way quickly, which was really great. And I do think that pharmacies in general are super underutilized, especially here in Nova Scotia. Pharmacies can assess and prescribe treatments for like UTIs, for contraception, for shingles, including emergency contraception as well. So, and shingles and more. So I think it's just really important to use that there. Anyone who has a family doctor knows how hard it is to get an appointment, and anyone who doesn't have a family doctor knows how hard it is to get an appointment at a clinic. So it is definitely a challenge out there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Pharmacies, going forward will definitely be on a trip my sort of go to unless it's more of an emergency. So that is it for this week's Travel Tip Tuesday. Here's hoping on my next adventure and of course yours as well. But for me personally, that when we go to Iceland in a few short weeks, it will not involve a pharmacy or a clinic. So please send out some wee good vibes into the universe for me if you would. Thank you. So thank you as always for tuning into the show. You can find us on social media at Travelog Podcast, on our website at travelogpodcast.com. Support the show and help us keep the lights on around here through a donation at Buy Me a Coffee. The link is in the show notes, or leave us a review on Apple or Spotify. Until next time, safe travels and bye.
Bye.